Hello, my name is Jenna Bolt, and today I'll be discussing Streambank protection. Streambank protection is a BMP or best management practice that is meant to keep livestock out of streams. The benefits of streambank protection are improvements in animal health, improvements in water quality, and improvements to the overall environment. Streambank protection is very beneficial. It helps exclude livestock from streams, which overall helps improve the environment. It can also reduce streambank erosion and the amount of sediment that enters waterways. And it can also decrease nutrient pollution, which in turn reduces the bacteria from livestock waste from entering waterways. This helps decrease the chance of illness in both animals and humans. Another benefit of streambank protection is lower operation costs for farmers because there are fewer incidents of mastitis, and mastitis can decrease milk productivity and in turn lose the farm money. There's also lower rates of foot rot, and there's decreased opportunity for accidental injury or death. All of these things combined can lower vet costs for farmers and in turn save money in the long run for the farm. There are different variations to streambank protection techniques. The overall practice is fencing by streams and waterways to prevent livestock from entering them. This helps to reduce the amount of manure that ends up in the streams. There are also variations that help deter livestock from streams, which include alternative watering sources and rotational grazing systems. Alternative watering systems are an alternative water source for livestock, such as a water trough with a pump that keeps the water moving to keep it clean and not get dirty. When alternative water sources are in place, livestock will decrease the amount of time spent by areas around streams by up to 90%. Rotational grazing Rotational grazing systems are also very important because they allow certain areas to be grazed for certain periods of times. In terms of streambank protection, areas around streams should only be grazed for short periods of times, like less than a week, and areas near streams should have adequate time to rest and regrow so that they're able to rebuild themselves to prevent runoff. One problem associated with streambank protection is the overall effectiveness of streambank protection because it's very site specific, meaning certain areas will show better results after implementing the practices. This can be due to a variety of reasons, but the main reason is that some farms might be located on slopes or hilly areas near waterways. This can result in the manure running off and reaching streams in high quantities, regardless of the protection or streambank protection techniques put in place. Um, Another issue associated with streambank protection is it can be costly to implement. The cost of fencing and the other protection techniques depends on the size of the land, the size of the area needing fencing, and the type of fencing that you want on your farm. This can all be very costly and also just hard to determine and figure out by yourself. The final issue related to streambank protection is the maintenance needed to upkeep the protection techniques. The fencing would need to be maintained and repaired every so often, and the watering systems on the farm would also need to be clean and upkept and maintained as well, so that the animals will continue to use them and not use the streams. This could be hard for some farmers to implement because it's an added expense to their farm and their operation. So depending on the size of their operation, it could also be hard to get done routinely, and it can affect the effectiveness of the overall streambank protection techniques. One barrier to adaptation includes acquiring the needed permits and complying with the required policies. It can take a lot of time to attain the permits needed in order to get these projects completed. And progress can also be slowed by the policies that must be followed when implementing the streambank protection techniques. There are certain things that you must follow, and if they're not followed, it can halt your progress on the project. Another barrier to adoption is finding someone to complete the job or get the work done for you, or if you're getting the work done for yourself. If you hire someone to complete the job for you, it's going to be hard to find somebody reliable that knows how to get the job done, and it's also going to be costly to pay them. So that's another added cost to the farm. And if you were to install these practices by yourself, you would have to devote a lot of time to getting the project completed, which would take away from time that you could spend on your farm. The final barrier to adaptation is to adoption is once again the cost. It is expensive to purchase the materials, to hire the laborers, and spend the time implementing the practices when it could be used doing other things. In conclusion, stream bank protection is very beneficial to the environment and herd health. When stream bank protection practices are implemented on farms, farmers see an economic benefit in the long run through reduced health cost and higher productivity. Here are the references used throughout my slideshow. Thank you so much for your time.